Hi, I'm Greg Dell with Dell Disability Lawyers, joined by attorney Rachel Alters, and we're going to discuss one of Rachel's recently resolved cases against Sun Life. And Rachel, you've handled a lot of cases against Sun Life. They're one of the more difficult companies to deal with when they deny a claim. This case was especially difficult, and I know when the claimant contacted you, he'd already been, basically many lawyers had rejected this case, which
Correct.
we see that often because not a lot of lawyers do this kind of work, and this was a very challenging one, and many lawyers want just the easy ones. So let's learn about the background of this case, what you were able to do, and then how you're helping the client moving forward to make sure his benefits don't get denied again.
Sure. So this is a case with Sun Life, and my client was a branch manager at a bank, had worked his whole life, and then became very ill, and he started getting really fatigued. He was having a lot of stomach issues. He was vomiting a lot, having a lot of diarrhea. They didn't know what was going on with him. He ended up being diagnosed with cirrhosis of the liver. So after he started working part-time and then ended up having to stop work totally because his doctors were saying, listen, you're not getting better, you're getting worse, you can't handle a job 40 hours a week. So he applied for Sun Life's benefit and was approved. They were paying him benefits, but after 5 months of paying him, they sent him a letter saying, we've decided that this benefit that we're paying you is going to be limited to 24 months only because we believe that your cirrhosis was due to alcohol abuse, and there's a limitation in the policy that limits 24 months of payments for any substance abuse or alcohol abuse related disability. So they had told him, listen, we're going to pay you for this amount only, then your claim is going to be done. So he contacted me and he said, listen, I really don't believe that my cirrhosis of the liver is due to alcohol use. I did have an alcohol issue previously, but my doctors have all attested and told me that this is not the case. So we appealed this with the help of his doctors, and we're very successful.
So a common issue that we see, a common defense when we see cirrhosis, if there's any mention of alcohol, the disability carriers will try to go to this substance abuse disorder limitation, which is a limitation in the policy, I believe, limiting it to 24 months if your disability condition is caused by substance abuse.
Correct.
So the evidence you had to obtain was from the doctors was something basically along the lines of say, look, yes, he has cirrhosis, which everyone agrees, but it wasn't caused by alcohol. And how were you able to get the doctors to prove that?
Right. Well, we worked in conjunction with the doctors because obviously he was, going to his appointments telling them, listen, my insurance carrier is giving me a hard time. They're trying to cut me off. They're claiming that I have this cirrhosis of the liver due to the fact that I drank. Well, he had stopped drinking in 2017 completely, and his disability wasn't until 2019. And the doctors had said, listen, this has nothing to do with it. He actually has NASH, which is cirrhosis of the liver, but it is non-alcohol related. So he did have an issue. You can get cirrhosis without actually getting it from drinking alcohol. They did a lot of testing. They, in their opinions, and they put it all over the medical records. And then we had attending physician statements prepared specifically for them that were geared towards whether he had alcohol-related cirrhosis or whether he had NASH, and we asked them to explain the difference and put down the objective proof as to how they came up with the, medical determination that this was not related to alcohol. And they did all of this. We put all this together, and even Social Security Administration, funny enough, he was approved for Social Security, and they put in their opinion that they did not believe that his cirrhosis of the liver was related to alcohol at all, and their doctors also put in their opinions, which was very helpful for our claim as well. So we had not only his doctors, Social Security's doctors, and the administrative judge opinion that said that this was non-alcohol related. So we fought pretty hard for this one, and we were able to get them to overturn their decision and say, okay, now we're not going to put the limitation on this plan, but going forward, obviously, we still have to make sure that his medical records are going to support his inability to work.
So now he can get paid for as long as he remains unable to work until the policy ends at age 65 or 67, whatever age it is.
Exactly. They lifted that limitation, and I don't believe they're going to try and put it back. So that would.
And had you not been able to win this appeal, then his benefits would have been over,
Right.
and he wouldn't be getting anything.
No. and he wouldn't be able to work, and he would not be able to get paid because of this unfortunate limitation that are often contained in the policy.
And the other thing that was sad about Sun Life fighting this so hard is that I think you said at the end of the day, when Social Security's offset, that he's basically left with like $600 a month.
Right.
So this was a relatively low benefit amount. Again, we try to help people however we can, but you know, Sun Life was probably thinking, look, I don't have a lot, there's not a lot of money here at stake. He's not going to find a lawyer to help him.
Right.
And fortunately, he was able to find someone and fight it, because it is a lot of money to him, because he's only, you know, 50 years old. He's got $600, you know, a month coming in. It's a little over 7,000 grand a year. You multiply that out by another 15 years of benefits, you know, it's almost $100,000.
Sure.
So it's a lot of money in over a period of time. May not be a lot of money month to month per se, and Sun Life thinks there's no way you're going to get help. But fortunately, you were able to help him and did a great job.
Yeah, he was very happy.
If you're someone out there with a Sun Life short or long-term disability claim, feel free to reach out to Rachel, myself, any of our long-term disability lawyers. No matter where you live in the country, we're able to help you, and we'll always provide you with an immediate free phone consultation.